Hey guys, this is Einar. I hope you're doing great today and welcome to your 34th tutorial in Basic Statistics in Excel. Now in this tutorial we're going to talk about how we can create random samples based on a dataset like this in Excel. So we'll just get right to it. You can see our dataset here. In this case it is our tango dancers from earlier tutorials, but this time we've extended the survey, so now we have a lot of different observations here of tango dancers, a lot more than before. And they have different numbers of Facebook friends here in the material, and what we want to do is we want to randomly select a sample from this data set of observations. Now how big do we want our sample to be? Well, I want it to be 60 persons big. So I want to pick out 60 persons out of this sample, 60 observations on random. Well, one way of doing this is actually by using random numbers in Excel. So we'll begin by doing that, right? Equal to rand, and just two parentheses like that. I'm going to zoom in so you can see it again, like that. Now what Excel does now is it generates a number from 0 to 1 randomly. So it's all the numbers here are going to be between 0 and 1. And every time I do something in Excel, they are going to generate new random numbers. And this is something we're going to use now when we're going to create our sample here. First, although we need to create a list of our sample here, so I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'll go all the way down to 60 here because I want my sample size to be 60. Excellent. Now what do I do now? Well, what I do now is I sort these observations by these random numbers, and because these random numbers are sorted randomly, so to speak, if I sort them from smallest to largest, I will get a random distribution of observations here. So let's get right to it and do that. So I select my data set and my random numbers like this. Whoops, there we go. I have them select. Oh, sorry. I select them like that. I go to Sort, Custom Sort, and I choose to sort it by my random numbers here. From smallest to largest, I click OK. Alright, so we sorted from smallest to largest, and we get a whole new different set of observations right here. Now you might notice, hey, this isn't random, this isn't sorted from smallest to largest. Well, the reason is that first Excel sorts the numbers, and then Excel generates new random numbers. So actually we have been sorting these observations from the random numbers from smallest to largest, but every time we do something new in Excel, it generates new random numbers for us, which is really convenient because now I can just select my sample here of 60, oh, sorry about that, of 60 observations here, all the way down. I copy it and I place it here in my first sample. And there I have my first sample. If I now select these data once more, I go down all the way to the end of my data set. Oops. There. And I choose to sort it again by my random numbers. Like that. I get a whole new set of numbers here. And in fact, I can do this indefinitely because Excel will always be generating new random numbers for me. So I can just select this data set that we created here. Ah, there we go. God, I can't select today. There we go. So I selected the data here that I want my sample. I right click, I go copy, and I copy it over here to my second sample. So I have two different samples here. You see the numbers are completely different and they're arranged randomly. I'll do this one more time for you guys just to show you. So I select the data like that. I go to Sort and Filter, Custom Sort, and I sort it by my random numbers like that. We get a new set of random numbers that I can select. I copy it and I place it in my third sample. And we're going to be using this in future tutorials, and it's very useful if you want to conduct some kind of study and you have a database of people or whatever that you want to randomly select for a study. This is the way you can do it. So have some fun playing around with this. Try choosing different random numbers, different sample sizes, and then place them in your samples here, and you'll see the numbers will vary randomly between the different samples. So have some fun, good luck, and I hope to see you in the next tutorial. See you later, guys.